There we go. Yeah, but fuck it. We're doing it live, I think is what I just said, yeah. There are times when my crimes will seem almost unforgivable. I give in to sin because you have to make this life livable. You do. You have to give in to sin in order to make this life livable. And of course, what is Dave talking about? Well, I mean, any number of... allow your brain to, let your fingers do the walking or mine do the soothing or something. I don't know. You think I had enough of your sea of love? I'll take more than another river full. Honestly, a river full. The metaphors when it comes to Dave's sexual needs are just, I don't know. They're a little stomach churning if you really think about them. Yes, and I'll make it all worthwhile.
He'll make your heart smile.
Everybody's strange love, strange rights and strange love, strange love. That's how my love goes. Strange love. Will you give it to me? Will you take the pain? I will give to you again and again.
Will
you return it? All right, there you go. Yeah.
Again.
We were literally just before we began, so we're eating dinner. I'm shoveling food into my face as I want to do as we get closer to the 8 o'clock hour.
And what did you eat?
On a fabulous Saturday night, and Laura was into this station. Hi, Ange. Laura's into this station on Sirius called Dark Wave. And Dark
It's just
Wave,
a show on First Wave called
Yeah.
Dark Wave.
Yeah.
I just like it. I listen to it all.
and so it's a lot of kind of 80s gothy
On First
industrial
Wave,
kinds
called
of stuff. And,
Oh, jeez. I just like it. Oh, jeez.
Hey, it's me, everybody. Wow.
Sorry.
I love you.
Oh, boy. Here we go. Oh, technical difficulties.
There it is. Please stand by. Hang on.
That's it.
I would play the
That's
technical difficulties little riff here, but we got in trouble for that. I think we got shut down. Our affiliate in Buffalo actually shut us down. Anyway, yeah. So, but there's the first song that comes on the Dark Wave channel is somebody who sounds just like Dave Gahan. And Laura and I were thinking of the pantheon of things that Dave needs to probably get off at this point. Because, of course, really what we're talking about here is a man who obviously...
We've shared our theories of Dave Gahan.
This is a man with appetites, clearly. This is a man with he's got appetites that he wants to...
He needs midgets and pudding and
fulfill, and he's had when you're, a rock star with that kind of...
Midgets.
Yeah, you just did, though. You just did. I think we're okay. I was not expecting the sky to open up. We said
Did the
midgets.
censors censor us?
We said homeless instead of unhoused.
Unhoused.
Yeah. So anyway, so there's this guy who sounds like Dave Gahan singing. We're like, of the things that Dave has had to experience in order for him to achieve sexual gratification.
Sure.
Right. He needs novelty is a big thing. One can imagine in the mind of one David Gahan. And so you would figure that, having somebody who sounds just like him singing on the radio, while who knows, I don't know, throw anything else into Dave's sexual bouillabaisse to kind of see what would,
Everything must be new all the time.
Has to be new all the time or you can't get off, right? So,
That's right.
you have to you have to rub yourself in chicken guts, raw chicken guts, and you have to run around the house backwards 3 times, right?
And Bonnie's beef.
And a chub. A chub, ladies and gentlemen.
We had a whole discussion today about what's a chub of beef,
Yeah.
and you contend that a chub of beef is a real thing.
So a chub of beef is...
It's a real unit of measurement.
It's like a sleeve, right?
Okay.
It's not dissimilar to a sleeve. It's basically one of those little fat burrito-sized things where it's a plastic sleeve and it's pinched off at both ends with a little metal staple kind of clamp.
I thought that was a typo in one of her... it's a
hope.
chub of beef. Mm-hmm. Whatever. Mm-hmm. It's a chub of sausage.
Bonnie's giving us a chub.
Sure.
That's what Bonnie's doing.
It's Bonnie's chub.
So anyway, what has Bonnie been up to lately? Have we heard anything from?
Well, I put one of the screenshots into the group this week where Bonnie was trying to give away expired chicken.
Right.
And she's not a mind reader. Okay, she'll need an exact time when you're going to pick that expired chicken up.
Listen, you poor people, you poor unfortunate poor people. God damn it, Bonnie doesn't have any time for your shenanigans. Listen, honestly, this is a late breaking news bulletin for Bonnie. You don't have to do this. I don't know if this is something that she needs to be sat down and told. Now listen, okay. I know that, poor people often have very kind of unpredictable schedules, and who knows what's going on in the lives of people who
or
are
people
struggling
who want
with their
expired meat. I don't even, it doesn't even have to. I mean, who knows?
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, somebody
people who want free meat. Let's call
people
it
who
that.
want free meat, let's just say they have unpredictable schedules and what have you. I think it can be aggravating. I'm sure that it can, and
Sure.
so, which is why Bonnie, when she will type these missives, these delightful,
She
ever
seems
so
really
delightful
annoyed a lot of the
missives,
time.
so annoyed, and it's just like, and the latest one was, did she say she wasn't a mind reader? Was that what she said?
Yeah.
Yeah, she said she wasn't a mind reader, and by the way, not for nothing, but she is giving away a bag full of a day past expiration date chicken, which she doesn't have any room for in her refrigerator or freezer, which means, guess what?
It's sitting on the counter.
It's sitting out, getting warm, expired chicken. Listen, hi, Mom. I am not perhaps as quite as sensitive about expired food and the like as my wife here.
Are you saying that you don't start crying when you see expired food?
I don't have to move,
Okay.
potentially, because Laura said,
I don't have
hey,
to move anymore. I just cry about it. I cry a little
did-
about it.
Tonight you were like, hey, there's something in the back of the fridge that
Something spilled and it's rotten, and if you don't clean it, we're going to have to get a new fridge.
We are going to have to move. We're going to have to just move. Now, hi,
get a
Scott
new fridge.
Coates. Scott Coates hopes we're having a great Saturday. By the way, who here in the fine east part of Seattle enjoyed the light show? Right, enjoyed the Aurora Borealis. We got to look up at boom, bam, just thanks for nothing. Seattle in October, right? Nothing but fog bank. That's what we had. And
But-
Laurel really wants this, and I want it for her.
I've always wanted to see
wants
the
to be able to see
Aurora,
the Aurora
and
Borealis. Yeah.
I feel like everybody was taunting me with their lovely pictures of the orange and purple sky and green and whatever. And I'm like, okay, I went outside numerous times. I looked through my phone.
She
nothing.
did. She
Absolutely
worked.
nothing.
She worked to like, and honestly, I will say, was this in July that we had the Aurora Borealis? The last time we had like a solar storm, and you could see it this far south in the lower 48. You could look up and see it kind of. It was sort of like striations across the sky, sort of kind of maybe a little bit of green, a little bit of red. But when you put your phone up to it, boom! Wow.
Sure.
Vivid. This time around, just fucking fog. I was disappointed on your behalf.
Oh, yeah, I know.
wanted
And
that
well,
for you.
Carrie Atwood, I don't know if she's here. She had that same problem. She took a picture and was like, here's what I'm seeing.
Yeah,
And
exactly. And Laurel posted the same thing, which was
Yeah.
basically just fog.
Nothing.
It's just cloud cover. That's what we saw.
Light pollution.
That's what we saw.
Cloud
Now,
cover.
now listen. You know,
I believe you that you're seeing that, but I guess we should just wait until everyone starts posting it, and then we should drive over to the Highlands where everyone's seeing it.
Perhaps
the next
so.
time. Yeah.
Wherever that might
Yeah.
be, if there is something that's within driving distance, and then the Seattle
Oh, Carrie
Times.
says there's a comet now. We
Oh,
probably
yeah,
won't be
there's
able to see
probably
that
won't
either.
fucking see that either.
Sure.
Yeah, the Seattle Times next morning had the unmitigated gall to post up pictures of people. Oh, look at everybody enjoying the Aurora Borealis and the light show. I'm like, fuck you, Seattle Times. You know where we live.
I've
How
been
dare
out
you?
there every night.
Yeah,
Every
you know,
time they
Laura's
say it's out there.
Skygazing.
Yeah,
You know,
I'm out
skygazing.
there with my phone. Where is it? I take pictures, and then you go, yeah, that's not it.
But David Salter, hello to you. But you know, of course, that if you have a problem with the weather, talk to the Democrats, right?
Oh, boy.
Obviously, the
didn't know
Democrats
where that was going.
socked us in over here for their own political reasons. I don't know. We're not a swing state. Right, they're not hitting us with hurricanes like they are on the East Coast.
I saw a TikTok where a Trump supporter lady was like, well, what happened was there was a weather system, and then the Democrats did something to the weather, and then it became a hurricane.
Yeah,
And I'm like,
yeah. So, speaking of which, listen. I have so much prepared for you folks tonight. Nothing but fine entertainment for you fine folks.
oh yeah, Carrie, some of our
to get
friends
this
in
one,
New
I
York
think.
could see it.
Oh yeah,
Some of
People
everybody
all over
could
the
see it all
socials.
over.
Yeah, we were the only poor chumps
Yeah.
who on the east side of Seattle was like, womp, womp. Hang on, this is what we got. There it is. I use that button so infrequently.
Boom, 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 boom. Bum, 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 bum.
So listen, we're going to get right to it because I've provided a perfect segue to myself. As I mentioned, we've heard about the extreme weather events on the East Coast, which, obviously heart goes out to folks in like Asheville and in the Florida area, and we hope everybody is okay. But we all know, of course, that this was caused by the Democrats because, of course, the Democrats control the weather. So I will ask you this.
Sure.
What would you do if you controlled the weather? What would you do if you controlled the weather? Really, just let fly, friends. I was going to say the sky is the limit. But hey, listen.
Sure.
I've never really understood the expression, no pun intended. Intend that shit, right? Always intend your puns. Intend your puns.
Sure.
What's the point? My grandmother would have said, what's the point? Otherwise, you want to intend your puns. Savor it like an 82 Latour or something. By the way, speaking of 82 Latour, I'm watching this show on, is it HBO? It's either HBO or Apple. I get those two mixed up in my head sometimes. But it's a show with Cate Blanchett. It's called Disclaimer. And it's basically about this woman who I guess has done terrible things. And somebody writes a book about her and sends it to her, detailing all the things that she did in her past, which she has successfully covered up, and it's like she kind of freaks out.
Oh, this sounds good. Why don't we watch this?
It's a good show. It's a cracking good show. Kevin Kline
is in it. We were looking for a show last night.
Yeah, boy, oh boy. Put a pin in that. But anyway, so but I'm going through the credits after watching the first episode. Kevin Kline is in it. He's amazing. Although the British accent, not Kev. You need to probably spend a little bit more time in development.
There are British people who can do that.
As I'm told.
Yeah.
I am told there are British people
we don't
you
need
could
to do that
actually
anymore, right?
talk with. Oh, you mean there are British people who could have played that role?
Yeah.
But it's also, similarly, there are British people that he could have talked to. They exist.
No, there's real British people now who can play British people. You don't need to be faking a British accent.
What will they think of next?
Yeah.
In any event, so Kevin Kline's in it, Cate Blanchett, and I'm watching the credits at the end, and it's like, and also Sacha Baron Cohen. I'm like, what? Wait, what? And so I have to go back through, and he's playing her husband, and we're used to my wife. We're used to that Sacha Baron Cohen, and he's just in bloke mode.
To the point where you didn't even recognize him.
I didn't fucking recognize him at all. He's just some doofy looking.
He's just a divorced dad.
House husband, I guess, is what you would say. But anyway, yeah. So Laurel and I last night, I didn't pin it, did I?
No, you did not.
Damn it. Okay, yeah, I pinned it. There we go.
Is this thing on? Apparently not.
Apparently not.
No.
So Laura and I last night we're trying to get into the Halloween mood, right? And so we're like, let's watch something scary. And I'm bringing up the Criterion channel, which I have subscribed to, and there's a bunch of old, kind of schlocky Halloween and horror films on there, and each one is like, no, it's not doing it. It's not. There's this one from like '77 that's Italian that had a jump cut in it so severe within the first 15 minutes. Like, what is happening? What is
that
even
one
going
was
on?
jarring.
Very jarring.
That was a Dario Argento movie,
Dario Argento film,
yeah.
And then there was a film about this called Spider Baby.
Kathy.
Hi, Kathy. About these two twins who live in this farm house in Malibu, obviously, because if you've lived down there, you know where they shoot these things.
It's also where they shot MASH.
Exactly, and we're maybe 15 minutes into this. This is the kind of film that they would lampoon on Mystery Science Theater 3000, but it just wasn't even funny enough for that. So what would you do if you control the weather? Scott says fall all the time. I agree. Fall is the best season.
That's a good one.
Rain beer. It's
a rain and beer. Hallelujah.
Rain beer is falling down all over me. Sticky. Fart a hurricane in my enemy's general direction. Wah, wah. Let's see. I would adjust the humidity in some locations, especially if I have to be costing them at the time. Making fog taste like cotton candy. That sounds tasty. I would make it so I could play basketball in the rain and not get wet.
Okay.
That sounds like something I would have thought of when I was in 8th grade. Make it rain cats and dogs to see how that works out, says Carrie. David says, send a hurricane to Florida, but just to Mar-a-Lago. Yes, correct.
Yeah.
That is the right answer. Make it hail.
Did that hurricane hit Mar-a-Lago?
I don't think so. I don't think it came
we shouldn't be making. I shouldn't be making jokes about that. It's a terrible tragedy.
Yeah, well, honestly, we don't want to incur any bad karma.
Of course.
Make it hail $100 bills just in my backyard all the damn day. Making it rain up in Ray's
all
place.
All the live long day.
PB, BJ's, and today's and tacos. Right. That's what it's doing. Eradicate fireworks when it's not July 4th, or even then. Fucking shut up. God damn it, people with their fireworks. I am an old man. Nice weather during trick-or-treating. My mom says she'd make a whirling eddy fly around her at her bidding. She wants to fly. Oh, that's cool. Just come up in a vortex. Eliminate 45. Lightning strike MTG. Okay, so we're smiting our enemies. Make my driving path always clear. Whatever I felt in the moment. Scott's just capricious God. Like, boom. There you go.
Okay, so a lot of you have been to our house, and so I was doing this charity food drive. I do this charity food drive every year.
Let me ask the next. But put a pin in that for just a second, and I'm gonna award a point. We'll read the next question, and then yes, absolutely.
Are you trying to silence me?
Absolutely. Yes, I am. How'd I do? Send a hurricane to Florida, but just a Mar-a-Lago. Let's give it to David. Nicely done. And by the way, I found out somewhat recently that hurricanes are named alphabetically. They used to just be women. Now it's anybody. Name them Milton, Helene.
Why did it used to just be women? Because women destroy everything.
Well, who the fuck knows? I don't know if it was sexism or why do they name ships? Why are ships always women's names? I have penis cloud, says Eric. Look up at any given day. Anyway,
it says Ray's Place, BJ's, titties, and tacos.
Exactly. You can get them all.
Right.
Hot and cold running.
It's a food truck.
Name the next hurricane. Name the next hurricane. So anyway, as Laura was saying, she's doing a food drive, and we had a friend come out and drop some stuff off last night. And when people do that, we are reminded.
So a lot of you have been to our house.
Been to our place.
It's real dark out here, and it's real spooky. And I mean, if you warn us that you're going to come out here, we'll turn on the lights and open the gate and make it a little bit more. But it's there's no street lights, so it's not that much different. So she didn't know where it was. We saw a car drive by, and we're like, that's probably her.
Yeah,
and then
it was.
We called her, and she's like, no, I have bad night vision. I am very afraid. I am driving away from here. And we're like, you're fine. Just turn around and come back. But she came back.
Well, and as it turns out, she's not alone. And first of all, lovely woman.
Listen,
I'm really glad that she dropped that stuff off.
It was so nice of her. She did a big donation. It was so nice.
We've had Uber drivers refuse to come to this property. Yeah. It's like, no, I'm fucking around with this. I don't know. Plus, you got that Jason statue.
DoorDash people are like, I don't think so. No.
Nope. All I want to say when somebody gets freaked out by that is say, listen, if we took off his mask, you would know that there was nothing to fear because behind the mask, of course, is Fashion Steve.
Steve.
There we go.
He's just Fashion Steve dressed up for Halloween.
Yeah. So. Eric's his mom. Name the next hurricane. Mom.
Hurricane Mom.
Gonna fuck everything up. Every fuckity fuckers, get out of the way. Rock me like a. That's funny. It's just rock me like a hurricane. Some friends of mine and I had the fortune or misfortune, depending on how you look at it, to see the Scorpions in concert back in the 90s, back when they were past their heyday.
Did they rock you like a monsoon?
So that was the thing, is that like he knew that everybody's going to want to hear Rock You Like a Hurricane, woo, and he's building it up, it's like, but in this German accent, I want to rock you like a... rock you like a hurricane, like an earthquake, no. Rock you like a tornado, no. And I want to like rock you like a high pressure system. Rock you like mild precipitation. Rock you like a tennis ball sized hail. What are we talking about here? Horst, I don't know. That's anyway. Yeah.
Rock you like a call your insurance company.
And exactly.
Your car's not going to be okay through this.
No. Nostradamus says, Scott. Let's see. Hurricane, you're fucked. Long John Silver's Hurricane Toddler. Geez, Eric, hi. Wow, that's great. You can read his answer yourself.
No, I'm not going to do that.
Diddy, Cocaine Bear, fruity drink from Trader Vic's. Okay, was there a drink called the Hurricane at Trader Vic's? That place was a fucking San Francisco institution dating back. Mom, help me with this. Like the 30s? Is that when Trader Vic's first went in San Francisco? And they had those signature like umbrella tiki drinks, the big bowls and. Who gets the point, dear Laura?
I'm giving it to Eric for hurricane property loss.
That's
that's all adults think about, right? Oh God, I gotta call my insurance. And how many different endorsements is this, right?
Exactly.
Oh God.
So you know that they're also, because the Democrats caused these weather events, the Republicans are saying that this is the October surprise. You know the October surprise, the thing that's supposed to happen every October that's supposed to change the direction at the last second of the election. Hillary's, the James Comey talking about, Hillary's being under suspicion or whatever the fuck. There's always something. So far, we've had a dock workers strike on the East Coast that threatened to disrupt the economy. Yeah, I'm sure he is. The dock workers strike. I don't know if he is. James Comey seems like a fucking self-righteous 6'7" prick, is what he seems like. He's probably not. He's probably like, no, I did my job, from up here or whatever. But there have been the hurricanes. But honestly, we don't really know yet. So I'll ask you folks to name it. What is the real October surprise? What is the real October surprise? My mom said Titty Jim, Hurricane Titty Jim. Which I honestly would love to see a meteorologist. Oh, that Titty Jim is really wreaking. Titty Jim is wreaking destruction.
Hurricane Titty Jim
cutting a path of destruction,
ripping its way through the Florida coast.
I got my exactly. The stadium roof was ripped off by Titty Jim. Thousands of people homeless because of Titty Jim. In the wake of Titty Jim.
There was a couple of influencers this week who went ahead and went to Disney World.
Because, whatever. It's like, honest to fucking God.
Get ready with me to go to Disney World. And then they all get canceled. They're stuck at Disney World. Like,
good.
There's this devastation. We can't leave. Well, you didn't have to go.
You didn't have to go. Much like Bonnie giving away the fucking meat and then fucking typing out her hate-filled scribes to the poors. Like, hey, pal, listen, you don't have to do this. I don't know who needs to hear this other than you.
I don't know what you want us to do. We're trapped here in Florida. There's no flights out.
Listen.
Okay.
Honest to God, that's the reason why I'll never go to Florida, period. I'm afraid they'd lock it down and I'd never be able to get out and I'd be stuck forever in the state of Florida. And honestly, some, the people have said, hey, it looks like America's dick. No, it looks like America taking a crap. That's what it looks like. It's just hanging out America's ass. That's what Florida is. Do we have anybody here from Florida? Oops, all of a sudden.
Bonnie is a Haitian refugee and is actually eating the cats and dogs.
I see. Okay. But after they've expired. That's what it is. She's giving them away after they've expired.
Packaging them up and distributing them after they've expired.
They made the hurricane hit Trumper states after FEMA spent all the money on the illegals. Exactly right. That is
video of Kamala at one of Diddy's freak offs.
Exactly.
Sure.
What Fuzz just said about the theory about the hurricanes is exactly what they fucking believe, and it blows my mind that these people live among us. Let's see. Kathy is the real October surprise. Kamala's chicken tikka masala recipe. You'd think she just fell from the coconut tree. All of a sudden her mother was Jamaican?
Wow.
No. Yeah.
That was a lot.
But
should we unpack that? Just what just
Kamala
happened?
was doing an impression of her mother talking about how, don't be stupid, you just fall out of the coconut tree, but she does it with her mother's Indian accent. Okay. Mine sounded a lot more Jamaican. What are you going to do?
Okay.
Let's see. My dad would love that. This is the first time I've ever been able to hear the background music.
Oh, really? Jeez.
Oh, yeah. Rock that shit.
Yeah. But it's been going for 4 years.
It's been going for 4 years. I'm glad that you're hearing it. I'm honestly
really glad that you're hearing it. It's been playing for 4 years. Just want to let you know. It's that's weird that you.
Oh man, it's a hit. This background music is a bop. This thing is an earworm. The election will be canceled due to Hurricane Titty Jims. Says Ray. You're not soaking in palm olive. Also, ancient Chinese secret, right? Let's see. Crocnado occurring simultaneously with hurricane property loss. Video of Kamala at Diddy's freak out. Yeah. Trump dumps Vance, picks Musk as new VP. Could be.
God, remember when we were so naive and we broadcast movies to watch on Facebook, Sharknado?
Honestly, we'd probably
Zombievers.
And I would do it again.
We got away with it.
I would fucking do it again. Eric says he'll have a second cup at home. Eric never has a second cup at home.
That's right.
Let's see. Carrie says October starts with Octo because that means 8, and October is the 10th month of the 8 years.
Okay.
Makes perfect sense.
That is surprising.
Much like how there's 3 feet in a yard. Makes perfect sense. Am I right?
I mean, that sounds witchy.
Trump has a 9-month abortion. Oh, Jesus. Somebody should have 9-month aborted him. Octomom has 8 more babies this month. Cocaine Bear is fake. It has 32 days in a leap year. McDonald's has ended its relationship with McRib. October has one extra day. Butt stuff. Ray says butt stuff.
Sure.
Mushrooms are on veggie lovers. The second cup died this week. I'm going to give it to Ray for butt stuff.
All right. And would that be a surprise in October?
I guess. I don't know. I mean, it's what do they call it, the shocker? Is that how that goes? Yeah. All right.
We had this whole discussion this week. Two in the pink, one in the...
No. That's a conversation that stays alone with us. How
You're
about
right.
that?
With our dinner party guests.
With our dinner
Sure.
party guest. Because
Sure.
what more scintillating and quite
Sure.
frankly classy.
We had a dinner party this
dinner
week that
party
involved drugged pie. And I mean, we didn't drug the pie. We just had a discussion.
We heard about
of
drugged
possibly
pie, though.
drugged pie.
Oh, my
Apparently, that pie was not drugged.
Okay.
They ate some more.
We
of it.
started referring to it as sleepy pie. And
Sure.
honestly, if that shit were real, I would want a slice because I like to be able to sleep for a long time.
Although I will report back that today, just on a whim, I had a donut for lunch.
Yeah.
And then I wanted to go right to sleep.
That happens, man. That's the reason why. I don't understand how anybody can eat a donut for breakfast and not go right
I
back
don't really
to
eat
sleep.
sugar, so I was like, "What?" I was just at the store, and I was like, "You know what sounds good?"
Yeah,
And it did sound good.
And it does. I mean, listen, I'll do a donut in the afternoon. If I'm ever going to do a donut, I'll have it in the afternoon.
It was like,
I
1
can
p.m. And
survive
then I sat in my
that.
car going, "I have no motivation left for life."
It's literally melting into your car seat.
Yeah.
So one of the October surprises might be the release of The Apprentice, which is the biopic film about Donald Trump in his apprenticeship to Roy Cohn, played by Jeremy Strong of Succession. He's playing Roy Cohn. He's not playing Donald Trump. And Trump has been, and his team have been suing. It's like, this is absolute vile garbage, and they've been trying to get this thing shut down, which of course, as anybody who's raised a teenager knows, is the right way to get somebody to not do a thing, right? Tell them they can't do it. So anyway, so it's out.
Well, I'll immediately do it.
Now, and we don't really know what's in it yet, and so let's take some guesses. Spoilers in the Trump biopic, The Apprentice. Spoilers in the Trump biopic, The Apprentice. David Salter says Stormy Daniels is a guy. Well, that would be a surprise. And
That's perfectly fine.
Anne says you cannot eat a donut before 10:30 p.m.
Yeah, I didn't know that was a rule, or I would have followed it. Obviously, I didn't. No one told me that rule.
She's saying you can't eat it before 10:30 p.m. If you eat it after 10:30 p.m., then of course you go to sleep, which is what you want to do after 10:30 p.m.
I think it's more of a dessert item, is she saying?
Yeah, fuck yeah.
I didn't know I ate it at 1 p.m. No one told me. Yet I wasn't supposed to eat it before 10:30.
Donuts are technically a breakfast food. Why, you ask anybody who goes to Dunkin' Donuts, right? They sell those with coffee, I'm told.
With the sugared coffee and the sugared donut, I don't know how you don't go right back to bed after that.
I have started drinking coffee again regularly to the point where it's doing nothing for me. Like I wake up in the morning and I'm like, I know that I need it because it does give me enough of a dopamine release that it improves my mood, but
I can't not drink it because of the headache.
Oh, I get the most, and within a week of drinking this stuff, if I stop, I'll get a screaming headache. My brain loves this shit and it acclimates to it very, very quickly. But I've gotten to the point where I'm like, I'm on another half a cup after I've had my first cup, and I'm like, where does this end? Where does it end, people? I remember actually in college, I was such a caffeine fucking freakazoid. And I had anxiety all the time. No way. But I would drink like 2 cups of coffee first thing in the morning. I would graduate to Diet Coke. I'd have a 6-pack of Diet Coke during the day, and then I'd smoke about a half a pack to 3/4 of a pack of cigarettes.
This all sounds great. Did you feel great? Were you real healthy?
Fantastic. Honestly, this is when I started having massive blood sugar problems.
Yeah.
Massive blood sugar
And
problems.
one day, did you get walking pneumonia?
Well, that was earlier.
Oh,
this was
okay.
like my senior year where I was just like, I don't know what the fuck I was thinking. And then, and then I was like, well, I know what I'll do. I'll eat a Snickers bar. Was I auditioning to be a diabetic? What was happening?
Why not?
Let's see. So Trump is the first to be fired, says my mom. This is spoilers in the Trump biopic, The Apprentice. Melania's divorce agreement. No Trump nude photos. Oh, that's...
Ooh.
Thank God. We'll squeak by. He's fired. Omarosa is actually Monty and drag. The Donald's catchphrase was actually supposed to be "You're fried." See. Yeah, it was just a typo. His Tinder account was not as well received as his Grindr. Barron Warren's true paternity. Spoiler alert, he's sterile. Trump thought he was on Jeopardy the whole time. He got busy in a Burger King bathroom, which led to the Digital Underground hit. Of course, that's what I'd stop what you're doing, because I'm about to ruin his affair with Omarosa. Dear Laura, who had the funniest response?
Gosh, oh boy. Let's see. I'm gonna give it to. Wait, did somebody else say he's fired? Because that was a funny response.
Yes. Yeah. Who was the first to say? My mom said Trump was the first to be fired. So.
Okay. Trump was okay. I'm gonna give it
my
to
mom.
Jan for. He's the first to be fired.
Yeah.
You're fired.
You're fired. So.
Well, because Kamala said that. The American people fired you.
Exactly.
And then he got all upset.
So since it's just us now, I feel that I can speak frankly. Last week, when all those people showed up, we had a bunch of people show up who had not been part of the show for maybe even years, and all I could think was, go away. What are you doing here?
It was a little anxiety-inducing. It was like
this is our
there were
time.
like 20 people watching, and we're like, no,
Actually,
we need our regular.
Out at 25, and I'm like, listen, you people can watch, but I'm
honestly, if we could just switch this to a private server where it's just us, that would be fine. But like, where would we even put that?
I don't know.
On Zoom or
we do
something?
like password protected or whatever.
Yeah.
But this is our party.
Yeah,
God
this
damn
is
it.
our party.
Yeah,
we
exactly.
like to just have our jokes and our people, and like it was just all these random people from a long time ago, and we're like, oh, this is a lot. Okay.
It was a lot. So I'm just glad it's us tonight.
But welcome if you're new. Whatever.
Well, they're not. Nobody is. It's just us. Anyway, so you guys have been seeing Kamala's blitz, and she and Tim Walz are doing all of these. They're doing all these media interviews after all of the Republicans say, you're not doing any media, blah blah blah. Well, what Trump basically goes on, hey, suck a right wing dick podcast, and it's like, then he's like, yeah, I went out and did my media. Yeah, you went on Laura Ingraham, whatever. But Kamala did a podcast that apparently is insanely popular, which I'd never heard of before, called Call Her Daddy.
Right, that's a really popular podcast, and she is a terrible interviewer.
10 million people listen to this fucking thing. She's been on Colbert. She's been on Jimmy Kimmel. She's been on 60 Minutes. She's done all of this stuff. And the Republicans still aren't saying, yeah, they're seeking her. They're sending her all of the... And then, of course, the traditional media is like, but she's not doing any interviews with us. I'm like, you know why? Because nobody fucking reads you. The people that she needs to reach, they don't fucking watch the 6 o'clock news. Guess what? It's not 1965 anymore. You're not, fucking Harry Reasoner.
There's still 6 o'clock news?
Apparently. I don't know. There's still cable. Okay. What other media outlets should Kamala do interviews with? What other media outlets? I hear she's taking suggestions. So, because basically she's going to flood the zone right now. What other media outlets should Kamala do interviews with?
Oh, did you try to get her on your podcast?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, come on over to the Washington State Podcast, a podcast listened to by people who are not going to have any sway in this year's election.
What? You should just see if she'll go on. I mean, she's taking the requests, right?
Yeah, so we're seeing. So the only show, obviously, she's coming on the only
exactly.
show. Yeah.
Hi, come on a show.
Hey, everybody. It's Vice President on a Stick. Have you heard the news? It's Vice President on a Stick. She'd be great. We did, honestly, you guys, when you think back on how fucking ramshackle this show was, one thing that I thought was actually very funny is our friend Catherine
she came last week. She was like, wow, this show's improved
really
a lot.
Professional now. She's really professional. I'm like, yeah, well, I've been doing it for long enough. But also, yeah, I mean, it literally was like previously, but this was the angle that you saw of us, right? Was like this angle, hi, everybody, well, welcome to the show. And it's like, because we were on a fucking phone.
And then my phone would die.
Yeah, the phone was set up against my laptop, and we were like, everything was practical. This was real, as opposed to
as opposed to this.
Yeah, as opposed to, wait, hang on. But what? Damn, how is this? There we go. Okay, as opposed to this. This is where we are.
As opposed to this. Yeah. This is what we're doing.
Right.
This is what we're. This is real time.
Yeah.
Real talk.
I don't know. What else? Here we go. Let's.
Oh, there's my broken toe from a few years ago. It's right there. Wait.
Oh yeah, hanging out at the CBGB. All right. Ain't no time for Mutt Club or CBGB. Ain't got time for that now. What else do we have here? Oh wait, it's almost Halloween. I just realized. Wait, where's the? That's. Hang on, I gotta fix.
I'm gonna go put my goth outfit on.
Curtain. You should put that witchy poo hat on.
We ain't got time for that now. The darkness.
I don't know. I like it. I like. Let's just go with this. Anyway, yeah. So, what other media outlets should? Gary says, "Dum Dum Rappers." Those are the worst fucking jokes.
Yeah.
The worst jokes. Let's see. Playboy TV. Suck a right wing dick. That's what you say. That's what I say. You say no. It's very funny. We'll have a moment just where the four of us will laugh at the joke that Ange just Fuzz and Ange and you and me and nobody else will get it, and you'll have to ask them sometime. We won't say. We can have a Barefoot Science with Tim segment. That'd be great. And you know what? He'd offer me some chewing gum if I needed it. Let's say HDMI. Wayne's World, OnlyFans, IRC Chat, Mr. Rogers, MySpace Live Stream of the Week, Melania Book Tour, Dum Dum Rappers, AOL Chat Room. Let's see, The Cosby Show, oh boy, Sesame Street, Chain Letters, She Should Totally Do SNL, A Boy's Life. Is this you? No, this is me.
No, it's you.
Holy shit, Carrie had some fucking funny answers. Yeah, Carrie. So kids, this brings us to our first video clue of the night. And Laura, I don't even think you've seen this. I don't even know who sent this to me. But listen, kids, I found this fantastic place for lunch. Maybe you want to join us. This photo does so much. It does the most. Like,
I think that was in the Gen X Reddit.
Was it? Okay, yes. So
it was like, here we are having lunch with clowns when we're little kids.
Exactly. Wait, where's my? I can't fucking. I don't know how to fucking. Okay, first of all, this guy speaks for, and this kid here. It's like they're all this. This kid is in the back. He's trying to eat, but he's like, oh, this is so terrifying. It is this photo is one of the funniest fucking things I've ever seen in my whole fucking life, because this person is oblivious to the fact that he is scaring the bejesus out of the children.
I feel like that's one of Harpo's early outfits.
Yeah,
like
exactly.
Harpo, before he toned it down a little bit and was hanging out in the desert in restaurants, right? Like, also, oh gosh, am I scaring you? I'm sorry.
Also, what's on this kid's face? Like,
whatever.
My friend Corey was like, I think it was either maybe they were face painting. I said, it looks like strap marks. I don't know what's happening there. Anyway, let's.
Kathy says, haha, this totally gives Gen X trauma. It's just like, whatever. You're fine. It's a clown. Get over yourself.
Anyway, name this McDonald's character. Name this McDonald's character, shall we? Those fries were definitely hydrogenated, yes. Oh my God. The Fuzz says he loves that outfit. Me too. And honestly, what's crazy about it is that's obviously issued from HQ.
Oh, for
right?
sure.
Yeah, like who knew that they actually at one point had people who would go to restaurants to in their official capacity to terrify children. Just
I'm gonna name him
terrified.
Screamy the Clown.
Screamy. I like that. Okay.
Screamy! I can't eat my hamburger. You're scaring me.
Oh my God.
Get over yourself, kid. I'm Screamy the Clown.
Name this McDonald's character racist. Oh, Zimpo. His name is
Shut up, kid.
Oh my God. Yeah,
I have purple hair.
Like this poor person gets up in the morning. It's like, I'm gonna go spread joy at the local McDonald's in my town. And he puts on the suit and puts on the face paint, and then he sits down with the kids, and they're like,
He didn't make the cut. Harpo made the cut. Harpo's still living as a clown.
Full time. Lives full time as a clown.
Clown.
That is, he goes full clown.
That's right.
Eric says 5 meals. 5 meals, Philly.
Are you dead? That's it, you're dead.
Oh my fucking God. Oh, Jesus Christ. That was fantastic.
Grimace's long lost brother, Creepo. Creepo the Clown.
Touch me under the table. Let's see. This is Ronald McDonald's fraternal twin brother, Willie Mack, Horatio Sands. Yeah, Jimmy Blank McGee. Oh, McJimmy Blank McGee.
Oh my God, there was a whole thing going around
God.
the Gen X subreddit
Jesus
this week.
Christ.
It was like, hey, the day the Challenger exploded.
Yeah.
When you got home from school, not you because you were
I was
in
a
high school.
senior.
But when you got home from
my
school,
God.
did your parents go, hey, do you want to talk about your feelings? Everyone's like, no, fuck no, this is Gen X. Everyone went, I don't know, eat your dinner.
Let's play
I don't know what to tell
Nintendo.
you.
Can we play Nintendo? Let's see. I saw Ronald
Feelings? No, we didn't talk about those.
No,
It was the 80s.
Yeah, exactly.
Nah.
Carrie says, I saw Ronald McDonald in Times Square. He told me his fries were salted. Classy.
Oh, boy.
As they do. As they do. Let's see. A test subject. It puts the face, the paint on its face, or else it gets the kale again. Let's see. Amelia, says my mom.
Yeah, I'm saying we watched it live. I watched it live in science class. And when you got home, did your parents say, hey, do you want to talk about that, what you saw today? No.
Because the kids did watch it back. I was a senior, and I was on this. I was on the senior smoking patio, and like right inside was a TV.
I was in the 8th grade.
Yeah, I know.
Science class.
And here we are hooked up anyway.
Yeah.
Age difference be damned. And somebody was like, hey, come look at the TV. I'm like, whoa, hey, that's not good. But yeah, we didn't talk
Kathy
about
says, as if your parents were home when you got home from school.
it. That's good.
Exactly. I just went home and kind of processed my trauma on my own.
Exactly. Bozo the Glutton, Honey Badger, McRibbo. Oh my fucking God. Is this you? Jesus H. Christ. Holy God.
I'm going to have to give it to Eric.
Yeah, for 5 meals Stanley.
5 meals Stanley.
Jesus H. Christ. So Laura happened to notice a news story that went by recently. A woman was suing a group of people, like a class action lawsuit, if you will.
Oh, well, I thought we were doing what a woman called 911 because she was surrounded by.
You want to do that first?
Yeah, yeah.
I got this queued up.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah.
So a woman in, is she in Nebraska or Arkansas or something?
I think so. One of those red
A woman
fucking
in one of the
flyover
red
states.
states
Yeah.
is suing all gay people.
All of them. Every single one
All
of them.
of them.
All the gays. All of them. She is suing them. And on what grounds? Do we know? Did we read into the story?
Oh, I think their lifestyle is not biblical enough for her.
I see. So it's not biblical enough. And of
it's-
course, if we've learned anything in this country, it's
So
that
it's
weird.
basically this woman versus homosexuals.
All
like,
of you.
Wow,
All of
that's
you.
inclusive. So I
will.
sent it to a few of my friends. Like, bad news, you're being sued.
I guess, yeah, you're being sued. So anyway,
Wow.
so who will that woman sue next?
So prepare a defense.
Yeah, prepare a defense. Who will that woman sue next? Now, honestly, I think one of the things that I find, well, I mean, there are a million things that are hilarious about this, but not least of which is you're suing a group of people who are kind of self-identified, right? It's not like you're like, you have to kind of be like, oh, yes, I'll be sued. Hi, how's it going? I mean, I guess if you're legally married to another
person of the same sex, like
and that kind of
you fall
locks
within
that in, one would assume that you at least have some homosexual tendencies at that point if you're married to a person of the same sex. Yeah, but yeah, so she's
Next she's suing 5 meals Stanley. Next she's suing God.
Yeah, Stanley looked like after he was done with that tiny little burger, he was gonna tuck into those children next.
He was gonna eat one of those kids for sure.
Oh my God!
People versus hurricane property law.
Shauna King, hey friend, what's up?
People versus 8-ball Pope.
Well, this is exactly why Kansas should not exist. Exactly. I mean, honestly, God keeps trying to wipe him off the map with his tornado twisters. When is tornado season? I don't fucking know. God, she's gonna sue God.
People versus California.
Crazy cat ladies, 8-ball Pope, 5 meals Stanley. She will sue a boy named Sue. That's funny. Hurricane property loss. Her husband for wearing mixed fabrics. California Democrats for controlling the weather. Oprah because she didn't get her car. Jesus for being Jewish and eating rabbit. Air. I'm gonna go with her husband for wearing mixed fabrics. That's Kathy. Funny. Love that. Also, in the news this week, Bed Bath and not Bed Bath and Beyond. They're gone.
Bath and Body Works.
Bath and Body Works. We're in a little bit of hot water for this.
You tell us what you think this looks like. Okay, they got canceled because they. Oh.
Hello. Hi. Whatever could be going on here. So, yeah.
What do you think this looks like?
Speaking of flyover states, yeah. So, anyway, we have a pretty good idea why some people might not have taken a liking to that. So, in any event, other ways that Bath and Body Works will get itself canceled. What are some other ways that Bath and Body Works will get itself canceled? Apart from selling Ku Klux Klan accessory memorabilia.
Oh, just take a look at the candle, and what do you think it looks like? Your mom was saying, huh?
Oh, it looks like.
It looks like a.
Oh, it's a box full of Klansmen.
Sure.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's you're snowed in. You're snowed in. With
unless you don't think it looks like that, in which case it's just us. That's
Merry KKK candles. That's good.
Sure.
Yeah, the KKK candles. Oh, good Lord. Yeah, we will definitely get to we'll get to this next.
Fuzz says, yeah, that took a hot minute, but wow, okay, I have a good idea.
For accepting
once you see it, you're like, oh.
Kind of can't unsee that.
Okay.
It was sort of like
AI made that. Okay.
It was that picture frame from a couple weeks ago that Laurel brought home for the photos that we were sending out for people who had come to our 80s party, and the filler photo that came with the frame.
Was a vagina.
It was a Georgia O'Keeffe. Let's just say that.
Sure.
It was a Georgia O'Keeffe. She apparently denied that. She said, what, huh? However would you, what?
What do you mean?
What? I mean, listen, we don't see, I believe that's called a conic symbol. And the phallic symbol, pretty easy to see. And
maybe I'm just cynical.
Hi, there we go. There's one right there.
Everyone was like, at first it was just a snowflake, and then I saw it because I was like,
I saw it immediately.
Oh God,
Yeah.
that's horrible. Yeah.
Let's see, Diddy brand of baby oil, butt stuff. Let's see, for accepting Bed Bath & Beyond expired coupons, selling vagina-scented candles. Wasn't that
Gwyneth Paltrow?
Goop.
Yeah.
You could get them from Goop.
The Goop.
Discontinuing their buy two, get one free sales in red states. Selling blackface products. Oh, boy.
Oh, that's not
good. I'm sure that Hobby Lobby has a whole section for that. Dress up as your favorite black celebrity with Hobby Lobby.
They skipped over Halloween. Did you know?
Yes, I'm sure that they did because it's a pagan occasion. First, it was just a snowflake, said my mom. Trump lotion causing rashes, deleting their X account. That's good. We all should do it. Let's see, for promoting a shampoo called 5 Meals Daily. Fashion Steve, 4 soaps for $25. Trump loofah, selling Jesus-shaped bath soaps for men. Is this me? This is you. Who had the funniest response? Lauro.
I'm going to give it to Carrie for Diddy baby oil.
Yeah, very good. Okay.
Because he had 18,000 cases of baby oil.
All right, so this one's all you.
Okay.
Go to town.
Wait, weren't there two? There are 2 clues for that. So.
Oh, here we go. Let's
I don't know if you guys saw on the news this week, but a woman in Washington,
Paulsbo, it's pronounced. Listen, Squim, Paulsbo,
We don't know.
Enumclaw, fucking all of it. It's just a thicket.
Paulsbo.
Just if you spell it right.
Sure.
Spell it everything like Fife. That's easy, right?
Okay.
Anyway.
A woman called 911 because she had 110 raccoons outside of her
Right. They were threatening her, basically. Like,
They formed a raccoon gang, and they were.
As they do.
Now, hold up 1 second. I wonder, when you call 911 and you say, there's 110 raccoons outside my house, do they say,
nuh-uh.
What did you do?
Sorry. Yeah, exactly. What did you do? What's your part in this little mini drama here, friend?
Right.
Because they didn't just show
the
up.
911 person went, nah.
Nah, we're not doing that.
Nah. You did something.
So as it turns out, they were going to charge her $500 a head to come and get rid of these fuckers.
She called a wildlife eradication service a while ago.
Right.
And when she couldn't get the answer she wanted, she just kept feeding them until they surrounded her house and wouldn't let her out.
Why? What else would you do?
Sure.
What else would you do other than feed a problem that obviously is growing and becoming much worse? Anyway, let's workshop this, shall we? Ways to get rid of 100 raccoons. Ways to get rid of 100 raccoons. How's it done?
Well, I'll tell you what you do. You throw him in Scott Coates' pool.
Sure you do. Well,
He already had one.
He has a raccoon killing pool.
Yeah, so just throw him on there, push him all in, shove him in with the
tarp over it or
broom,
whatever,
and
yeah.
put him in there. We're not saying to do that.
Don't do
We're
that.
just saying that
Honestly, there's the one thing
Oh,
that
Scott says call the KKK.
they'll come right on out.
From the
Listen,
last candle.
they love themselves. Well, no, the joke that's going through my head, I'm just not going to make it. I'm not going to make it. You make a joke. That's what you're here for.
I'm just saying, push them into your pool. Obviously, your pool already killed one.
Call Bonnie, says
That's
Kathy. Let's see, a giant stew in Scott's pool. That's what we do, right? Just put them all in there and just stir. Heat it up to boil. Give it a good stir. Little, mirepoix in there.
David Seltzer says verbally threaten them. Do you think she'd
My
raccoon
mom
par excellence?
had a family of raccoons that used to break into her back porch to steal the cat food that she had left there, and no amount of threatening would scare these motherfuckers away. They are fearless. They are utterly fearless, and in fact, this was in our place here. They came up to the back window and they were just like, Pam, Pam, Pam. They're like, hey, make with the food.
I mean, they killed
asshole.
our fish.
Well, yeah,
and then
trash
they
pandas killed our
pound
fish.
on the door, right?
I see them going by on our cameras some night, and they're just like, they literally might be
whatever.
walking by the camera just going, fuck you. Fuck you.
Yeah.
You think you can do anything about me? No, you can't. No, you can't. One of them's missing a tail, which I think is hilarious. They're the most broke dick couple of raccoons. The ones who ate our fish. They went from, like, the first fish got eaten by an eagle, which is kind of a majestic way to buy the farm. Am I right? Like, it's a pretty
Gary
baller
says,
way to go.
hand them each a dime for the bus. Just each one. Here you go.
Here you go. Well,
Take
they have
the
those
bus.
little hands.
There you go.
Little hands. What all of a sudden look like I'm squeezing a little boob.
Boob.
Let's see. A giant stew. Ouch. Swap them for some Dalmatians. Sure, 101. Cardboard cutout of Leonardo DiCaprio. Verbally threaten them. Raccoon par excellence. Sure.
That's right.
Send the Hamburglar after them.
Give them all chlamydia.
Kathy says stop feeding them. How about that?
Well, you know what's funny? She did stop feeding them. That's why
they're surrounding her
the
house
911
and
call.
going, nobody gets hurt if you send out the chuck roast.
Open up.
Call 1-800-FUZZ. Let's see. Allegedly, says Scott. Hand them each a dime for the bus. Borrow your neighbor's donkey. Send them to Paulsbo. Well, that's okay. So that's
what happened.
That's why they're there.
Yeah.
Ultimately, it's because Eric sent his
ended up
raccoons
there.
away, and they hitched a ride to Paulsbo, where they heard the eats were good. They read the little raccoon hobo hieroglyphics on the train.
So every house, I don't know if you guys have this, but every house has one or two raccoons, right? You have them, you see them, you chase them away, you don't leave food out for them, you're like, go away! Yeah. And if you feed them, they turn into 110 raccoons.
Oh, they will boom.
Instantly.
And they will multiply.
I don't know if this woman didn't get the memo that you're not supposed to do that.
No, she probably has.
But then when she called for help, they were like, you know what? They scared them away, and then they knew they were going to come back right away. They said, why don't you call the Department of Fish and Wildlife? Which is akin to saying, fuck you. Yeah. They're going to eat you.
It's honestly, this is your problem, lady. We're not doing anything about it. Get a bobcat, Scott would say. Scott said, my mom says she'd spray them with ammonia water and they'd sneer at her. Yeah, they didn't. Actually, you probably needed to just not use water. Just straight ammonia is a bloop right in their face. Release the Kraken. Give them all chlamydia. Give them Dick's dollars and send them on their way. Sure, just send them to Burger Place. But
that's
COVID.
actually scary,
Offer
right?
them a
Like
job.
you created that problem, but like you can't go outside; they'll attack you.
Oh yeah,
right.
Loan her Loro's chainsaw. Yeah, it's literally like a Hitchcockian scene out there. Where's Tippi Hedren? Let's see. Play them. Like Rage. What are you? You're 90 years old. Tippi Hedren. Play them the BP debates. Text Eric. Make them hand vote counters. Yeah. Call Enumclaw Police. Invite the Haitians over. Whoa. Put food in the wood chipper. Say really loudly that you are going to make hats for all the relatives for Christmas. Oh, Jesus, is this me?
I dare say, if you have 110 raccoons outside your house, you're not going to text. Eric's not going to text you back for that.
I don't believe.
He's going to be like, nah, that's not within my scope. I'm not going to do that.
No.
Nope.
Let's see. These are. I'm going to give it to Kathy for stop feeding them. I think, honestly, sometimes the funniest answer is the right answer.
The common sense
exactly. answer. So, and then also, while we're on the subject, uses for 100 dead raccoons. While we're on the subject, uses for 100 dead raccoons. You say you've killed 100 raccoons. So you've killed it. Like it's an instructional manual.
It's a children's book.
So you've killed 100 raccoons. I can make hats. I can make a brooch. I can make a pterodactyl. Yeah. So anyway,
Beer?
I don't think there's any beer left. This is a crisis. Honest to fucking God. I went from drinking no beer at all, and I went without beer for over a month, which was I think that was the longest that I've gone, probably, Mom, since I was maybe 17 years old. I think I've had alcohol more frequently than from that period up until the time that I was 56 years old.
I don't want to say definitively, but it doesn't seem like you saw a lot of difference.
No, I didn't really see any difference. I mean, I didn't feel any different. I might have, I think I looked a little bit better. Like, I think that my skin's elasticity was a little bit firmer. By the way, I don't even know if I should tell this story, but let's just say that Laura knows somebody who used to live on the streets. And let's say that guy had a photo of him recently after he's been clean and off the streets for a little while. And I looked at that photo, I'm like, that guy looks better than me. What the fuck?
That's not.
Honest, no, I'm not kidding. If you held up a picture of this guy and he held up a picture of me and go, which of these two gentlemen was on the streets for the last 10 years? They wouldn't pick him. They'd be like, Hobo Joe over here. That's, yeah. And it's genetics, obviously.
It's just genes.
Yeah, I know it's just genes.
But
fine. Listen, we live in a society that values genes, obviously. You know, it's like, well, you're aging very, very well. And for those of you who aren't, you're doing, it's a moral failing. That's, I think, the implicit message. Am I right?
That guy looks fantastic. We're all happy. We're all just happy he's alive. Let's say that.
Of course. Let's see. Halloween treats. Raccoons par excellence. B. Clyben's hand and ass oven mitts. That's very funny, says my mom. Free handouts at Davy Crockett lookalike contest. Haitian stew. One coat made for Jaja. Fresh air. Times Square. Oh, was that Ava? Was Ava the one on Green Acres? I forget. They looked alike. What are you gonna do? Supplies.
Hobo Steve.
Supplies for my spinning wheel. New bathroom air freshener aroma. McDonald's clown costumes. Oh my God, that photo. I can't even fucking say it. 5 meal Stanley. That's so bright. Raccoon fur sweater from my 1976 El Camino. Bear bait. Hobo Steve, Bonnie's next excellent meat adventure, Trump rally stew. This is round 10, meaning it is Laura's choice. Who had the funniest response to Laura?
Don't make me choose.
But I just did.
I know.
I'm making you do it. Sorry.
Do.
I'm making you choose. I'm making you choose. Making you choose.
I'm gonna go with Eric Atwood for Trump rally stew.
All right, very good. There we go.
Oh my God, how many bacteriums would be in the Trump rally stew that you made of raccoons?
Well, you would want to cook them off, obviously.
So in case you didn't get the joke from before, the Department of Fish and Wildlife here in Washington is not going to come help you with your dumb raccoon problem.
They don't give a shit.
They're trying to help people not get attacked by bears. And
sure, they have
clear
bigger fish to
clear
fry, as it
actual
were.
bobcats out of their house. And,
yeah.
you know, like they are busier than you and your dumb 110 raccoons.
People are getting infiltrated by...
That you fed.
By bobcats.
Yeah.
And honestly, if bobcats are, surrounding your house, probably not something you did. You might have something tasty inside. Anyway, so we've lived here, Lo, these 10 years now, a little bit longer. And
10 years.
10 fucking years,
That's our longest.
Man. By the way,
anywhere.
it's crazy because I think we mentioned this on previous shows, we used to move every 3 to 4 years max.
Yeah.
And I'm used to looking at myself in, certain contexts and be like, well, I lived in this city during this time and I was this age. And I lived in this city this time and this age. And I'm not used to being in the same place and watching myself visibly get older.
Older, yeah.
And yet here
it's
we
pretty
are.
scary. Yeah.
And yet here we are.
We're all in this together. We're all growing old together.
We're all growing old together. But honestly, a fine group of folks to do that with. Anyway, Laura is she has these doors in her office that kind of swing out like yay, and one of them just stays open all the time. And I don't know, when you're going for a dust bunny behind the door or whatever, and you pull it open, and all of a sudden you realize there's a light switch behind there that you've never seen before.
Yeah, and we have a song to play for you.
At
the end of the show.
I mean, I guess I could play the song. I don't have a video for it.
No, we have a song to play.
I do have a song to play.
It's a little listening party.
It's a listening party. We'll just listen together.
By the way, where's Keith?
Where is Keith? I don't know. Where is Zabe and Suzanne?
Yeah.
What is it? What does that? So we don't know what the switch does. You tell us. It doesn't seem to go to anything. What does that switch do? What do that switch do? We've flipped it. It doesn't seem to correspond with anything, right? It doesn't seem like, it's like, so we've obviously come up with a number of different things that the switch could potentially be doing, but we don't really know.
Also, in case you're wondering, yes, we did ask Eric. He did flip it, and he didn't know either.
He doesn't know. So honestly, if
he said, yeah,
if Eric
that's
doesn't
mysterious.
know, then on it. Yeah.
We got a second opinion, okay?
So let your imagination run wild. Like I've sometimes thought, could this be vanquishing an enemy someplace? Every time I flip, it's like, that person, something shitty is happening to somebody who deserves it ultimately. And there are, and don't.
Oh, it kills 109 raccoons.
There. Oh wow. Well,
amazing.
Well,
amazing.
Then we possess an awesome power. Perhaps we should let Washington Fish and Wildlife know.
Yeah.
We can help solve their problem.
Oh, they don't answer the phone, so you can't let them know.
Okay.
Sorry. It makes Kamala look either Indian or black.
Black.
When did she decide to be black?
She decided to be black.
Oh, she's black now?
Decided to be black.
Okay.
What does that switch do? It confuses the homeowners. It says, Kathy. That's the low T switch. I'll stay away from that.
Okay.
Let's see. Hails raccoons. My mom says Gen Xers look so much younger than the Gen Xers on the special she was watching. Well, that's because you were watching a special about elderly Gen Xers who look terrible. One assumes. Turn off 5
Were we
Neil
in that
Stanley.
special?
I think we were.
Yeah.
Let's see. Maybe it controls one of the outlets in the room. It probably does.
Oh, it probably does. But
I honestly, how much time do we? Yeah, I didn't.
Do you guys have a light switch in your house that you found that does nothing? I don't.
I think it's hilarious.
Yeah.
I think it's absolutely hilarious. Immediately kills 109 raccoons. Let's see. Excites the next door neighbor's wife. Oh, hey. Well, sure. Yeah, it's like the little man in the boat, right? It turns.
Do you mean Darcy?
Yeah, I mean Darcy. Yeah, that's very funny. It turns off the light at Motel 6. Well, leave the light on for you. Tom Bodette, whatever happened to him? Zaps, I think he died. Zaps mushrooms off a Veggie Lover's pizza. Trump bullshit detector. Well, we'd be hearing a lot of activity from that if that were so. Leave it on, says Scott. Let's see. It's turning a light on and off at Darcy's house.
Yeah.
It takes 1 year off your life. Well, what are you gonna do? They're probably
For
not
those
my
of you
best
saying
years.
leave it on, you don't know if the up is the on or the down is like you don't know what
Dark
part
is
the,
light,
yeah,
up
I
is
don't
down.
know.
We have no idea. It initiates the shocker.
Oh Lord God! It calls Voodoo
It
Steve.
calls Voodoo Steve. Let's see. My mom has she has one switch and she doesn't know what it does.
See, I'm sure that everyone has.
Carrie says it starts the countdown, cues up the next record. This is
That's right.
11, so this is me.
I know this sounds weird, but I was thinking about it all week. Like, first of all, does every house have this switch? And I didn't even know that switch was there until like a month ago.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or I don't know, a few weeks ago, right?
It's one of those things where you almost are like, did I switch into a different reality?
Right.
Like, is this
Has that
something?
always
has
been
that
there?
always been there? I just never fucking noticed it. Like how?
I shut a door and I was like,
10
whoa.
years. 10 fucking years.
And then
A
Eric
long
looked
time.
at it and I was like, clearly Eric has replaced the switch cover thing on it
Right.
because it's white
Right,
now.
right,
instead
right.
of the-
Yeah,
like,
it's
so
yeah.
he's seen it before, but I don't know. Eric, did you have any memory of that switch? I don't know.
Anyway, confuses the homeowners, I think Kathy said. We'll go
Sure.
with that. Okay, so that was round number 11.
It turns off the pond pump.
So you said
mean-
you saw a bumper sticker that was just completely random, and I was going to retell it, and now I can't remember
It
what it
was
fucking said.
the bumper sticker was Ronald Reagan gave me sleep apnea.
Ronald Reagan gave me sleep apnea. Okay, I don't know. Like,
Okay, and so my question was, are we just putting words together now? Like
tomatoes are a fruit.
Cans are
something.
green. Like what?
Somebody
One
had
thing
strong
caused
feelings.
another thing,
Somebody
but not
had
really.
very strong feelings about this.
Okay.
So anyway, we thought we would put this to you folks. Write an even more random bumper sticker. Something even more random than Ronald Reagan gave me sleep apnea. This person has their reasons. Honestly, they put pen to paper. They spent American
They
dollars.
designed that. They
designed
ordered
it.
it and stuck it on their car.
And they
like,
put it on their car.
what does it mean? Am I supposed to
means
Google that? I don't
something
want to know what that means.
to them. Like, honestly, I want to put some of the things that we've said on this show here on a bumper sticker just to confuse the shit out of me. Just driving around town with
Right.
5 Meal Stanley.
Yeah, I am 5 Meals Stanley. And that has as much meaning as Ronald Reagan gave me sleep apnea.
Sure.
What are you talking about?
Yeah, exactly. Every
And that
once in a
means
while,
something to you and like one other person.
every once in a while, you see somebody with a one of those designer license plates that says, because some of them are pretty easy to see because they're meant for a broad audience, but some of them are like,
Pin it.
oh shit, pin it, pin it.
I know.
Steve,
Pin it.
Steve. Forgetful Steve. But yeah, so every once in a while you'll see a license plate that like it means something to that person. It'd be like 364 boop, and it was like it means something to them. It's like the name of their fucking band or their a realtor license or whatever the fuck it is. But you see people probably behind you if you have one of those just in the rear view going.
Every time I see one of those, I think, was that worth it?
Was it worth it? You
that
spent a
worth the
lot of
time
time.
and the paperwork
You had to
and
go to the Washington's equivalent of the DMV, wait in line.
And that only means
fill out
something
the
to you.
paperwork. Yeah.
So people are behind you going, what does 364 boop mean?
I don't
get it.
I don't know.
I don't get
Honest, I have no fucking clue.
What is that, like $500? Like,
I don't-
is it worth it to you?
I don't know. It's definitely an extra little tax windfall for the state to issue one of those. By the way, when we were in Montana, this is very interesting. Or your mileage may vary. Maybe it's not at all. But I was like, why are there plates here from everywhere? And I'm like, oh, these are all Montana plates, but they're all different. Like you can get, it would appear.
But why?
Like 7 or 8 different type Montana plates, where it's like, and it seems like probably it was from different eras of Montana plates, probably dating back to the beginning of license plates, where it's like this color scheme or this color scheme and then this color scheme, and and Laura's question was my question: why? Why? I have no idea why. But, to each his own. Let's see. Write an even more random bumper sticker. Let's see. My mom said he gave me angina and pissed me off. Reagan, presumably. Not 5 Meal Stanley. But maybe 5 Meal Stanley. Do that to my mom as well.
Gary says, dead raccoon is my pilot.
Trump Kamala 2024. By the way, I thought it would have been hilarious when Clinton... when it was Clinton Gore, to have a T-shirt that had a picture of George Clinton and a picture of Martin Gore.
Okay.
Right. Clinton Gore. Fucking awesome. Let's see. Dashboard Sushi. My child is an honor roll student at PetSmart, and I'm voting for the tanning salon. Okay, that is random.
Yeah.
Ronald Reagan gave me a McRib gonorrhea. You had me at butt stuff. This isn't Friday the 13th. FITFOMF. Sure. Who knows what it means? We could make something up. 553-78008. My other car is the mayor of Enumclaw. Yeah, that's funny. PBBJs for the win. You almost had me. Titty Jim. 756-4298. Dead Raccoon is my co-pilot. I heard it on the party line. Dead Raccoon is my... Let's see, your driving is sus. Dear Lauro.
I was told by a 12-year-old boy that I am sus.
Are you
last
sus?
weekend. I don't know.
Are you
I
sus?
was like, whatever.
But are you?
Okay.
Are you sus?
Oh, gosh. I'm going to go with Dead Raccoon is my co-pilot.
All right, very good.
I am sus, I guess.
Okay, sure. Listen, blank. Too soon? Hey, that's not funny. Too soon? Blank. Too soon? I heard it on the party line. Wasn't there a song called Party Line?
Too soon?
Too soon?
110 raccoons used to make a coat. Too soon?
Sure.
Whatever.
I have to mow the lawn.
By the way, we're making every effort to make the show shorter.
Oh, just snip, snap.
Just-
we're look at us. Just we're paying attention to the clock. We're watching the clock. We recognize that the affiliates don't like it when we go over.
Yeah,
I have to mow the lawn, and I realize that this is the last time that I'll do it all year because it'll just stay that same. And how is this possible? That plants are not sentient. to the best of our knowledge. How is it possible that you cut it and it stays the same fucking length? It's like, hey, our Earth tilts and we're tilting away from the sun, so therefore I won't grow. I'm just gonna not grow. I won't die. I'm just gonna not grow for like 6 months. Does anybody else find that remarkable? I don't think it's lack of sunlight, because we will get periods of sun over the next few months, and it'll still not grow.
It's true. It's like everything is suspended animation for 6 months.
I find this utterly fascinating. Yeah, exactly. The Earth, just simply because we are a planet that's on an axis, and it's like, okay, we're tilting away. Like it's not getting darker earlier. We're moving further from the sun. That's it. At this hemisphere of the Earth. I don't know.
Hurricanes are delicious. Too soon?
Let's see, 110 raccoon casserole. AARP, too soon. Project 2026, too soon.
Too soon.
Lincoln assassination, too soon.
soon.
Hurricanes are delicious. Monday, too soon. Jerk cats and dog sandwiches, too soon. Oh, that's funny. That's, 5 meals get you 10 years, Stanley. Suck a right-wing dick podcast. Thank you very much, by the way. Thank you. I don't know. We do the best we can. Walker told me I have AIDS.
Too soon.
Oh, this is young Haley Joel Osment on Walker, Texas Ranger, deadpanning to the camera. Walker told me I have AIDS. Butt stuff, too soon. You could be saving hundreds of dollars on your homeowner's insurance, too soon. Heil Trump, too soon. No, probably. Well, let's hope it's never. Let's hope that's never applicable.
Why is it even close?
Why is it even close? I don't know. Taxes on tips. I came too soon.
Too soon?
This is me. Let's see. I'm going to give this to Fuzz for Project 2026.
Too soon?
Oh, Jesus Christ! Threw that in my face. And I listen.
In your own face.
Listen. I'm totally tripping balls. I'm tripping balls on blank. I am totally tripping balls on blank.
Whoa.
We were watching, there's this show called Industry, which, by the way, if you have HBO Max, watch it. It's phenomenal. You'll have 4 seasons to watch, and it's just terrific. Just really, really spectacular.
That's dark. Your mom just said, Kathy dies in the end. Too soon?
Oh, yeah.
That was a cut from 2 years ago.
I was going to say, but honestly, that was one of my first Skeletons moments. I think it was Name Your Autobiography. Kathy dies in the end was
that was funny.
So we're watching this show, Industry, and one of the scenes they're having an ayahuasca ceremony, and there are a long list of things that I might yet do during my time here on Earth.
Never.
That is 100% not one of them. I will not do that. You've got
like
the rest of eternity.
Everything I don't want: puking, hallucinating.
Yeah. Depersonalization.
Yeah, depersonalization and a nightmare that lasts for 8 straight hours.
8 hours you're sitting there. You're sitting there for
just
8 fucking
give it
hours.
to me in the emergency room.
Might as well give it to me with a shot of cyanide, because that's ultimately what I'd be hoping for anyway. End this. But yes, so anyway, I'm tripping balls on, let's see, mushrooms on my pizza, raccoon stew, donuts for breakfast, say the name again, pan dulce, McRib drippings, that extra dose of Miralax, 5 meal Stanley Happy Meals, thong sweat, that thong.
Sweat.
This mushroom on my veggie lover's pizza. Dear Lauro, who had the funniest response?
I'm totally tripping balls on McRib drippings.
McRib drippings. Dashboard sushi, says my mom. Let's see. You know what? I just have one question. That is why. Just why. Why? Just why? Why? That gummy Ange gave me. Yeah, Ange and Fuzz, they find the strong stuff. They like the strong stuff. It is very true that it is hard to get. It's hard to find low THC weed now. Like the stuff that they sell now is just so fucking strong. It's like it just sends you into a different dimension. Yeah.
I was gonna say our last party. Most of you were there.
I know what you're gonna say.
Somebody.
We had a guest.
Somebody ate some edibles.
A couple
One
of
or two of them. I think.
After being pretty drunk.
Yeah.
I decided to pop a couple
and,
edibles.
Apparently that guy got sick all night. Like was throwing up.
Apparently
all
he
night
did get
and
sick
stuff.
all night. But he at the point where one presumes he was peaking. We're all sitting outside, and the guests are kind of starting to leave, and he's outside with us. I'm having a cigar, and Eric comes out, and he turns to Eric, and he goes, "You look like a trout in a bag." And
but here's the thing. Oh, go ahead.
who among us has not had, if you've ever smoked a lot of dope, who among us has not had that moment where you're like, you say something and it makes perfect sense to you in the moment, and even as you're saying, you're like, wait a second, that's not going to make sense to anybody else. Fuck it, I'm going to say it.
We all went with it, though.
We all went with it.
The thing that I thought was funny about that was that he was like, yeah, give me that gummy. All right, give me another one. We're like, this is a terrible idea. Why are you doing that?
Horrific idea, dude.
And,
I don't know why you're doing this.
in the moment, I was like, this is going to be really funny. And I thought, why? But then kind of like my meta self or my super conscious was like, why are you letting him do that?
Don't let him do that.
Don't let him do that.
His wife did it too at a previous
That's a
party.
terrible. They all did. Like, I don't know. Whatever.
Yeah, that's it.
You figure people come here to have fun.
I don't
This
is a no judgment zone. You do you.
Right.
Let's see.
But then should I keep them from hurting themselves?
I don't think you can. Consenting adults and all that.
We did have a party once where someone got so drunk they ran through the forest naked.
Why?
That was
just
years
why?
ago.
Yeah. My mom says because. Scott says because. Lack of public school funding. That's why we are where we are.
There's more to the story. That I was just part of the precursor.
But why says Ray, Bud Dry. Try Bud. Why ask why? Try Bud Dry. Let's see. Cause bruh, just cause. Tell me why. Because trout in a bag. That's why. Yeah, exactly. Voodoo Steve made me do it.
Yeah.
Because I said if you don't sit by 5 mil Stanley, I'll give you something to cry about. Honestly, those kids' parents set them up for that. They're like, they're fine. They're fine. Why does Christopher Walken sound so cool? But he does, and no one really knows why. Dave Grohl, why Dave Grohl? Why would you do that, Dave Grohl?
Oh, you betrayed us. There goes my hero.
There goes my hero.
Watch him as he goes.
As because I said so. Because more cowbell, says my mom. Yeah, because Christopher Walken, he's got a fever, and the only thing that can cure. Let's see. And there's more. Let's see. Electoral College. That's it. He's that nickel stuck to my butt. That's really funny, David. Electoral College. That's exactly right. The candle dripped a little.
It's because Voodoo Steve made me do it.
Let's see. Because of course I got your friend's mom stoned. Ha ha ha. You got my mom stoned, pal. Let's see. Because you chose option 3. 45 is the answer. What? Who? Me? Dear Lauro.
Oh, geez. It's me?
No,
it's you.
It's me. Then I'm definitely giving it to David for Electoral College. There we go. How?
All right, so now play that song.
Okay.
While I calculate.
Yeah, so here's the song that I wrote. We don't have a video for it. I usually do. I didn't have a chance to put
It's a little like a listening party.
It's a listening party. Sure. Yes, you'll enjoy it. Well, he said presumptuously, you'll enjoy, you'll see.
No, I said. That's what I say, you say no.
That's what I say, you say no.
I'm canceled.
We're so canceled. Okay, let's see.
Bye-bye.
Can we hear, everybody hear that? I think
Can you hear that?
Yeah,
Can you hear that?
Yeah. Okay, here we go. As Laura tallies everything up. Oh, can't hear it?
Oh, jeez.
Oh, boo.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, for the love of God, you people.
Fix your tech, people.
Okay, hang on. That's why.
Well, gosh.
Obviously. Okay, I'm going to start it again.
Okay.
Here we go.
Can you hear it now?
Should be able to.
I have
There we
been
go.
living in the same house for the last 10 years, and then one day I happened to notice there's a switch on the wall that I've never seen before. Has it been here this whole time? Well, what does it do? What does it go to? I flip it on and off. It doesn't seem to do a thing. Mystery switch. Oh, won't you shine a light and take me by the hand? Mystery switch. You possess a power I don't understand. Do you connect to an outlet? How much time do I want to devote to this? Or maybe it's a metaphor. I'm not sure it was here before I noticed it. mystery switch. What if you control a power source the earth can share? Or maybe you give a shock to some asshole who deserves it in the world somewhere. But the truth is probably boring, and that you connect to nothing. Whatever, I should probably get back to work.
Oh, there's Eric Schoen.
There we go. All right. Hello,
Eric
people.
Schoen popped up.
Oh, hello,
Is this
Eric
the greatest
Schoen.
show ever? Are you guys live?
Hi, Eric
Switch
Schoen. Hi.
song.
Yeah, all right, there we go.
Yeah, this is the very end of our live broadcast.
This is the very end of our live broadcast. So, dear Laura, you've just added up all the
let's
points,
see.
and who?
Well, I'll tell you.
Yes.
Eric, Carrie, and Kathy all had 3 points.
Okay, so as
I
usual,
was
we got
going
a
to
tie.
make Eric and Carrie fight it out in a cage match but that didn't happen.
Now, listen, Eric Schoen, since you're here, and by the way, I never know quite how to say this, but it is Yom Kippur, and I just want to say an observant Yom Kippur. I am observing for you that it is Yom Kippur. I hope it is a solemn day of observance.
What's the thing to say?
I believe it's a day of repentance, right?
Oh, okay.
So, yeah. So, in any event, Eric, since you are here, you can win. Since it's a tie, everybody gets to answer on this final round, and then everybody votes on who they think has the funniest response, and then you can win. You can win everything. So for our tiebreaker, here we are. Everybody answer the following, your funniest response to the following. I'm horny for blank. I'm horny for blank. Yappity. Yadadidi.
Clearly, the answer is 5 Cup Stanley.
5. It clearly is. Yeah, exactly.
What's Yom Kippur about? Is that when you ask for a tip? What's it about?
I don't know. I honestly, I would need to. Our friend Eric, he is a musician. He's a song leader at one of the, actually, it's the biggest temple in the Bay Area, Temple Emmanuel. It's the one that's on Arguello Circle, isn't it? It's right near there. It's in it's a really, really cool part of town in San Francisco. And
David
he's been doing it
Seltzer is
many,
horny
many
for
years.
a Catholic girl on Yom Kippur.
There you go. All right.
Okay.
Eric says he's horny for sleep at this point. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that'd be fucking hilarious if my friend Eric Schoen comes in at the last second, wins it all.
The first cup at home, says Eric.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. So Eric says, say sorry for all the shit you got wrong. Listen, how long you got? Honestly, I would need to set aside a day. I don't think a day would cut it for me.
Oh, sure.
And honestly, folks,
Are we going to issue an influencer apology?
yeah, I'm going to influence your apology.
Get a gray hoodie. We're so sorry for everything. I mean, look,
This is
Look.
what I do in my evenings when I can't
if
sleep.
I get something right, it's amazing.
Fuck
So,
yeah, me too.
you know what?
Yeah.
That's fine.
You will
I'm
find
sorry
me.
for everything.
You will find me most mornings, like around 3 a.m. going, oh, Jesus Christ.
Oh,
just run
God.
That mental checklist. Man, fuck
I
up on
did
this.
something. It was horrible.
Fucked that up. Fuck this up. Okay, so let's read some of the answers we got here. So Eric Schoen says, sleep, horny for sleep, horny for Harpo, horny for a Catholic girl on Yom Kippur, says David Saltzer. The first cup at home, my groomer, McRib McGee. Let's see, Diddy Party, Big Bowl of Life cereal, President Kamala. I'm horny for that too.
That's right.
Very horny for that. Rhinos. Oh my fucking God. Okay, kids, let's vote. Who had the funniest response to I'm horny for blank? Everybody votes right now. Give an up like, give a thumbs up, or a happy haha face to whoever you think had the funniest response. I'm horny for blank. And here is the part where I switch into my sports guy voice. And
That is correct.
This is the part where we talk about the game that we played tonight. And quite honestly, last week's affair, a little bit more of a crowded field of players showing up for suiting up for play.
Too many people came to the show last week, and it gave us anxiety, if we're honest.
Tonight it was mostly our veterans, plus at the very at the late stage in overtime.
A late walk-on from
Eric
Schoen.
Eric Joseph Schoen has showed up to play. He's suited up. He told the Stephanie in the locker room before the game tonight that he was planning on making it at the very last second, and he hoped to make a big splash in what many are seeing as his only show debut. So fine play, last minute, fourth quarter play from Eric Schoen. Exemplary play from all of our players at the time. All right, there you go.
Eric Schoen has been on the Only Show before. He played a song that got us cut off.
He
from the-
did. Yeah. It
He was like, "Happy birthday, dude!"
I think it was.
And
I
then we
think it
went
was
off the
my
air.
birthday, actually.
Yeah. Then we went off the air.
Okay, so dear Laura, who had the most likes?
It does seem to be a tie. We needed someone else to vote.
Okay, so it's tied between whom?
It's tied between Kathy and Carrie.
I will break the tie. Let's see. Carrie said Diddy Party, and Kathy said what?
big bowl of life cereal.
Let's give it to. I like Kathy's answer by a nose, a hair's breadth. Kathy is this week's winner.
Kathy has won like the last 2 or 3 weeks in the last round.
I know Kathy's the goat.
She just walks on.
Yeah, she does.
She goes, "Here I am. I came to play."
But and as we know, of course, this is cutthroat competition.
Here is my
on
huge
the show.
comedy cock, says Kathy. Here it
Whap!
is.
She just
Whap!
boom! It just comes out of her pants. She's just smacking it around and smacking people's face with her giant comedy cock. Ladies and gentlemen, Kathy.
Oh no!
Kathy Brown.
No, there's a late entry. Carrie now has 3 votes with Diddy Party.
Oh, wait!
Oh!
Stealing victory from the Jaws to defeat. Stealing Jaws of victory from the
She
Speed of
slapped
defeat.
that cock away.
Boom! And
She
honestly,
said,
Carrie
"I
came
have
up-
the biggest comedy
Carrie
cock
came
of
up,
the week."
Kathy
Oh,
brought
my
out her
God.
giant comedy cock and was smacking people around with it. But Carrie said she was not going to take that
No,
time.
get out of here, big
Unbelievable.
cock.
Do you believe in miracles? Ah! Mighty.
Oh, now Ange has 3 with the. No, she has 2 with President Kamala.
Kathy said it's still a tie. Is it still a tie? Refresh.
No, it's okay. Maybe it
We've
is.
never had. This is an unprecedented moment on the only show here on the broadcast tonight. We've never had anything quite like this before. Really extraordinary circumstances.
So scientific, this game. Hold on.
Somebody took their vote away from Ange.
Oh, okay. Jeez. Somebody took their vote away. So did. Oh, Ange has 3. No. Oh, let's see. It does seem like Carrie has 3, Kathy has 2, and Ange has 2.
Okay. So
Look, you can all have prizes. Just come to the Spooky Warehouse and just get something.
We haven't given away anything in a long time here on the show. But in any event, listen. As far as we're concerned, you're all winners. You're all winners, every single one of you. And yes, and you. I'm talking to you right now. I'm talking to you. Now Carrie has 4.
Wait, now Carrie has 4 and Ange has 5. What's
happening? Honestly, this is the kind of like voter fraud that Trump is talking about.
That's right.
It happens.
The election was stolen from someone. Oh, now Ange has 6. What's going on, you people?
Come shop at Laura's Shop, and of course, once you buy a prize, it's yours to keep.
That's right.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's sign off. Let's play a song we haven't played in a while.
Mystery Switch.
We'll go out with this fine classic. Who could forget this fine classic from months ago? All right, see you guys next week. Love you guys. Bye.
Stuff like nobody else can. He wakes up at 5:30 in the morning each day. He gives his wife a hug and then he's on his way. If you need something, he'll roll up in his truck. Like when your ceiling gets stepped through by some stupid bug. But if you try to text him, well then you're out of luck. Yeah, he'll fix anything, but he won't text you. But he'll never text you back. Text me back. He's in demand, he's always working non-stop. He leaves his lunch in his car so it gets nice and hot. He'll make you guacamole and a lemon drop. He'll show up on your deck, but he won't text you back. Never expensive, super impressive. Yeah. He's a contractor who's somehow progressive. Romantic comedies are his jam. I think he maybe has a crush on Hugh Grant. If it's broken, he can fix it. He's the one you want in a zombie apocalypse. Eric is a man who's monkey strong, but he won't return your text all day long. But I'll never text you. and text me back.